Hello.
So Shawn and I have seen a few different stories about HIV in the news recently, a lot about discrimination, and we wanted to just talk about what's been going on.
I just read an article on pause.com about a 49-year-old man in Peru who allegedly set fire to his 22-year-old son because his son was gay and HIV positive, and he had become tired of hearing neighbors joke with him about that. So for a moment, let's step outside of the mental health issues of the father and look at the neighbors. The neighbors taunting the father about his son being gay and HIV positive, leading to a violent act. Thankfully, the son survived. He has burns on his face and his arms, but he did survive. That's the good news. The bad news is, you wonder why people with HIV keep their status secret, and this is just one of the examples.
It's definitely a reason why people keep their status private, because they don't know how people are going to react. Or maybe they've disclosed to one person and they've had a negative reaction, and so they don't want to disclose to anyone else.
This is obviously on the extreme side of reactions, but people fear just things like simple rejection, not having open communication anymore, not feeling accepted or loved, and a lot of people keep their status secret because they feel like those things would be taken away from them if their families knew they were HIV positive. Another interesting note about this story is that the father's name is Hitler. So let's just stop naming our kids Hitler.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow, sorry.
So don't name your kids Hitler. That's another point to this story, because
that is another point.
They may be prone to like irrational and violent behaviors.
Yes. So there was another interesting story about HIV in the news, and that was regarding the Amanda Knox case. You guys might know that Amanda Knox was the American girl who was living in Italy, and she was accused of murdering her roommate. It was a huge story, and she was convicted, and then the case was overturned, and so she's now back living in the US. It came out recently that after she had been arrested and while she was being interrogated, the Italian police actually told her that she was HIV positive, even though she's not HIV positive. They did that to try to get more information from her about her sexual past, her sexual partners. That is a very interesting and disturbing tactic to use.
HIV is being used in a discriminating way, in a scary way, against people who are not even HIV positive. So it just goes to show you the lengths that people go to use HIV as a form of intimidation.
And the last story that we wanted to talk about was about a student in Texas, and Shawn will explain a little bit more about that. Tell me more about that.
I'll tell you all about it.
Okay.
This semester, a young man was running for vice president of the student body at the University of Houston downtown, and his opponents, or someone linked to them, actually used his HIV status against him. They posted flyers saying "Want AIDS," and it had a picture of Christopher with a big X through it. It also had information about his home address, the HIV medications he was taking. So that's a terrible story, right, Gwen?
Definitely.
But it has a happy ending. Christopher and his running mate Isaac refused to fall into the trap, and they didn't fire back, they didn't lower themselves to that, and ultimately they were rewarded for this. They won.
Student body saw these attack ads and saw the flyers around campus and knew about his HIV status and said, "We don't care."
Congratulations to Isaac Valdez and Christopher Sharp.
Definitely. Those are just a few of the stories that we've been reading about around the world, from Italy to Peru to right here in the US.
To find out more about HIV and discrimination, please follow the Zero Project. We'll have a link to their website and a link to their YouTube channel. They're really fighting laws that are on the books that are unfairly prosecuting people with HIV.
Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please feel free to leave a comment in the comment bar below, letting us know maybe what you've read about HIV, any news stories in the news. We'd love to hear what's going on in your community or what you guys have been reading about.
So thanks again for watching.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.